Thanks so much for joining us for Denver 7 News at 5 this Thursday. I'm Jason Grenauer.
And I'm Micah Smith. Tonight, the issue of long work permit waits for migrants is becoming more visible in Denver. Many migrants seeking asylum here are now doing what they can just to get by.
You may have noticed people offering to wash your windshield or asking to mow your lawn. Now, many of these newcomers simply can't get permits to work legally and may not be able to for months.
Denver 7's Christian Lopez spoke with some new arrivals around the city who are desperate to get to work as soon as possible.
Working! No.
Angel Salcedo has been in Denver for a week.
Bueno, gracias.
After a challenging 7-month journey from Venezuela, all he wants
¿Y qué es lo que está haciendo aquí ahorita?
Buscando trabajo.
is a job. All throughout the city of Denver, you'll find several others who all share the same dream, doing anything they can to get by.
No gano mucho, pero sí me hago para la comida.
Francisco Medina says he walks miles and miles every day with his family, trying to find yard work.
Sé que ahorita es un poco complicado, por lo que todavía no cuento con el permiso de trabajo.
Despite all of the same obstacles they're facing, all who I talked to told me they're willing to do whatever it takes.
Esos sueños que tú tienes, tú sientes que acá es como más, no digamos más fácil, pero sí más accesible de conseguirlo.
¿Y usted siente que va a alcanzar su meta?
Sí, sí, yo sí. Yo sí, tengo fe, tengo fe. La fe me trajo aquí.
Reporting in Denver,
Looking work.
I'm Christian Lopez, Denver 7.
Now, in that piece, you heard the word permit multiple times. Well, going in depth, the process for these migrants to be able to legally work here is complicated and costly. Documents on the City of Denver's website show one option is to apply for an employment authorization document, but only if someone has applied for asylum at least 150 days ago or got a hard-to-get appointment through a U.S. Border Patrol app at a point of entry. There's also a filing fee of $410. Now, another complicated alternative being granted temporary protected status. That also gives migrants the legal ability to work. The federal government expanded TPS for Venezuelan migrants last year, but with exceptions. Venezuelans must have entered the U.S. before July 31st, among other requirements. And even in those cases, migrants must still apply for employment authorization. So at the end of the day, it is too timely, too strict, and or too expensive for many migrants to go through that approval process to get one of those permits.
Let's go even deeper. Denver Mayor Mike Johnston has been calling on the federal government for weeks to grant more and faster work authorizations for these newcomers as they wait to have their asylum cases heard in court. That's a process that takes years. Johnston spoke about the issue in an appearance on Good Morning America today. He says Denver will need endless federal support if they aren't allowed to work.
If people come to the cities and can work as they want to do, they can support themselves. If they can't work, we're going to need much more federal support to be able to provide services to folks who are not able to support themselves.
Johnston says costs for caring for migrants are adding up. He estimates the city will spend $180 million in migrant support in 2024.
4 entry points are now back open along the U.S. southern border with Mexico. The border crossings in Texas, Arizona, and California resumed operations this morning. U.S. officials say they shut down the ports of entry last month due to the record surge in migrants. U.S. Border Patrol says it is seeing significantly fewer border crossings as they say Mexico has stepped up efforts to slow migration.